What to do if you are given a question like this in exam. A tune collector oscillator has a phase inductance of 75 microhenry. Now, first of all, we have an inductance 75 microhenry, and micro means 10 raised to minus 6. So 75 times 10 raised to minus 6. After that, we have a variable capacity frequency ranging from 500 kilohertz to 1500 kilohertz. So the first frequency there is 500 kilohertz. The second frequency there is 1500 kilohertz. So for solving this kind of question, you have to first of all write down all the parameters given to you. Now the formula for frequency. Okay. Now the formula for frequency is going to be 2 pi root LC with LC. Now let's go back to that frequency 1 and frequency 2. Kilo is 10 raised power 3. So I write it as 500 times 10 raised power 3 and 1500 times 10 raised power 3. Now let's come back to frequency. The formula for frequency. What we're going to do now, we're going to make C the subject of the formula. So while doing that, 2 pi will go and multiply F naught. Now that is the frequency. So 2 pi multiply frequency. And after that, we have a root of what? LC. For us to be able to move that root from the LC, we have to square the both sides. Now when squaring the both sides, the square will cancel the root. Now the frequency with 2 pi will be squared now. Now it will become frequency square plus 4 times 4 and pi square equals to 1 over LC. So as inductance, we're going to multiply frequency square 4 pi square. Now inverse of 1 over C is C, and inverse of L F naught square 4 pi square is 1 over 4 pi square 4 pi square F naught square L. So from there we can have our formula for what? For capacitor.
I just want to arrange it now, just like computation.
Put it the way it is.
So let's put it as. Are you recording it? F naught square 4 pi square.
His question was, why was it not arranged the same way? And I told him, no matter how it is arranged, since all these parameters are there, it is going to give us the correct answer. So let's continue. We have capacitor now to be for inductance. We have 75 times 10 raised minus 6. For frequency, we're going to choose, since we are solving for variable capacitor for 1, that is C1, we're going to make use of frequency 1. So frequency 1 is 500 times 10 raised power 3, that is 500 kilohertz. So I'm going to have 500 times 10 raised power 3 into bracket square. I'm going to put my square. Now we have 4 pi square times 4 times 3.142 square pi square. That's making it 3.142 square. Okay, now using my calculator, I can engage with this calculation now. I'm going to have 75 times 10 raised minus 6 times, I'm going to first of all open that 500 times 10 raised power 3. I'm going to open it first. So I'm going to square it. 500 times 10 raised to power 3 square. What do I have for that? I have 250,000 times 10 raised to power 6, and 4 times 3.142 square. We have 9.87. We have 9.87. Now I'm going to multiply 75 times 10 raised minus 6 times that times 4 times 9.872. Please like and subscribe for more videos, for more content. I bet you won't leave Emperor the same. Okay. Well, 75. Okay, 740, 400, 000. Nice. 740,400,000. Okay, now 1 divided by this whole number will give us our capacitor for 1. Capacitor 1. And that is 1.35 times 10 raised to minus 9. So if I want to make it 10 raised to minus 12, then I will take that point back 3 times. Then taking that point 3 times will give us 1,350 picofarad instead of so 1,350 picofarad we're going to have now. Okay, now for solving for capacitor 2, we're going to still use the same formula, but now we're going to make use of frequency 2, second frequency. We're going to input the second frequency and we're going to square it. Now we have that. We still have the same parameters, only the frequency will be changing. Now our final answer for this will give us what? Will give us capacitor 2. I will urge you to pause this video here, try to solve it on your own. If you arrive at the same answer with me, good. If it's not the same, not too bad. But if it is close, it's still nice. This is some computation error with a calculator. I will advise you to just pause the video and try to solve it on your own. Good. Now we have 75 times 10 raised to minus 6 times 1,500 times 10 raised to power 3 square. Ooh, I think we have a large value, 2.25 times 10 raised to power 12 times 4 and 3.142 square. That should give us 9.872. Okay, so compute it on your calculator. We have 1 divided by, please, on the comment below, tell us how you feel about this video. Tell us more videos you want us to post. And you can comment on any difficulty you are facing with any of your subjects. We're here for you. So we're 1 divided by 75 times 10 raised to minus 6. All of them, we compute them, we have 6,663,600,000. So 1 divided by 8, we'll be having like something pico, close to pico. Let's look. We have 1.5 times 10 raised to minus 10. Now 10 raised to minus 10 is not up to 10 raised to minus 12. That will give us pico. So what we're going to do, we're going to move that point forward 2 times, making it minus 12. Then we're going to have 150 picofarad. 150 picofarad minus 12. So now the capacitor now for variable 1 and 2 the capacitor we're going to be having now, the variable capacitor, ranging from C2 to C1, ranging from C2 to C1 will be 150 picofarad to 1350 picofarad. Comment below, tell us about what you think. We believe we can be better with us.